Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all my dear students. This is your lecture number 25 of week 9 from chapter Nervous Coordination. This topic will be followed from page number 69 to 70. The contents are review of previous lesson, objectives, step involved in nervous coordination, receptors, analysis of information, effectors, recap, and next topic. First of all, I will give you the review of the previous lesson, that is muscle contraction by sliding filaments model, control of cross bridges, antagonistic arrangement of skeletal muscle, and movement in knee joints. After completing this lesson, you will be able to trace the path of message transmitted to the CNS for processing. Recognize receptors are transducers sensitive to various stimuli, and identify muscles and glands as the effectors. Nervous coordination. Basically, students, in higher animals, or we can say in humans, the coordination of cells within the body as well as of the whole body with its environment is achieved by nervous coordination. So the question is, what is the function of these coordinating system? These coordinating system connect the sensory and effector system together to produce effective behavior and maintain our homeostasis. So the nervous coordination is brought about by means of nervous system. It is one of the quickest way of communication within the body of an animal, or we can say in human. So in this method, communication take place by electrochemical messages, which you may call nerve impulse. And the nervous system consists of two types of tissues, which is called neurons and neuroglia. Neuroglia is also called glial cells. So students, basically there are some steps that are involved in nervous coordination. As you can see in the diagram, first the neuron receive information about any stimuli in external or internal environment of the body through a sensory cell or organ called receptors. From receptors, it mostly report to the control center of the nervous system, that is CNS, brain and spinal cord. After analysis and integration, the control center send command to the appropriate response to the effector organ, or we also know that effector organ may be muscles or glands. And effectors show some sort of response toward the stimuli or against the stimuli. It may be positive feedback or negative feedback. And students, here remember one thing: the receptors convey message to the control center by afferent nerve pathway, while control center convey message to the effector by efferent nerve pathway. Okay, number one, receptors. So basically, what are receptors? Receptors are basically well specialized cell that are going to receive the stimuli from external or internal environment, and after receiving this stimuli in the form of impulse, they are going to transmit that stimuli to the control center of nervous system. Receptors are also known as transducers. Basically, a receptor may be a complete organ, a cell, or just a neuron ending as well. So depending upon the type of energy detected by receptor, they can be classified into following groups. Number one, chemoreceptors. Students, basically chemoreceptors are the receptors or the cells that are going to detect the chemicals that are dissolved in a fluid medium. Second one, thermoreceptors. Basically these are the receptors that are going to detect the changes in temperature. Then photoreceptors, they are going to detect the visual and ultraviolet light. Number 4, mechanoreceptors. Basically they are going to detect the sound, motion, position in relation to gravity, or we can say that any mechanical change in its environment can be detected by mechanoreceptor. Number 5th, osmoreceptor. Basically these are the receptors that are going to respond the osmolarity of the blood. And the last one is nociceptor. It is also known as pain receptor. Basically these are the receptor which are going to detect any damage of the body tissues, or they detect the tissue damage, right? That's why it's called pain receptor as well. Step 2, analysis of information. So basically students, from the receptors all the information received by central nervous system. And students, as we discussed in the previous slide, that receptor convey message to the control center or CNS by afferent nerve pathway. And students, afferent nerve pathway basically mostly, as we can say, mostly include the sensory neurons. And after that, this collected information is further proceed for an appropriate response by a special type of neuron called interneuron. Or we can say that CNS convey message to the effector by an efferent pathway, and in the efferent pathway mostly interneurons are present. Effectors. Effectors are basically an organ or cell that act in response to stimuli. Basically, an effector organ or cell receives signals from CNS by motor neuron and provide an appropriate response either by producing any type of movement by muscles or secretion by glands. Or students, you can say that effectors include muscles and glands that produce a specific response to a detected stimuli. Today we have covered these topics, steps involved in nervous coordination. So basically the nervous coordination has three broad functions: sensory input, information processing, and motor output. Sensory input by receptors, information processing by CNS, that is central nervous system, and motor output by effectors, that may be muscles or glands. In our next lecture, we will be doing neurons, structure of neurons, and types of neurons. This is all for today. Thank you.